Come on in and have a seat. It's time to sit down and have a chat at Stella Ruth's table. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, whatever time of day it is where you are. I greet you with a big old Texas smile and a hug from afar. You have tuned in to Stella Ruth's table, where we talk about life, life's journey, and just life in general. Our motto here is live life, laugh often, and eat some good food while you're doing it. I am your host, Kimberly Brown, and I am unapologetically myself because I don't know how to be anyone else. And at the end of the day, who gonna check me, boo? I'm so glad that you tuned in today. You have embarked upon our episode 5, which is our last episode of our prophecy, process, and promise series. I'm so sorry. My voice is a little crackly, so please forgive me. But again, that is our prophecy, process, and promise series, and this is our 5th and final episode of that series, and it is entitled Standing Tall. Let that sink in for a minute. Standing tall. So we have already, in the midst of this series, learned how to not be ashamed of our past, how to find beauty in the broken places of our life, the broken hearts, the broken relationships, and just the broken life in general. We've also learned how to take out the trash and get those toxic people, toxic actions, toxic thinking out of our life. And then we learned how to embrace the process of getting to who we are trying to be. What we're doing is we are building a better version of ourselves at all times. So our 5th and final step is standing tall. The first thing is you have to learn to accept your success. See, because when you're working towards something and things are going well and you find having all these wonderful triumphs and you have a lot of little wins along the way to the big deal. You know what I'm saying? So you find you're on your way. You have a lot of small, accomplishments that happen along your way, and you win so many times in small ways. Then you get to the big one where you're really successful and you're really winning, and then you feel kind of funny because, oh my God, I can't believe I'm here. Should I really be here? Do I deserve it? Yes, you do. You deserve every bit of it because you worked hard to get there. So you have to learn how to accept the success that you have gained. Then you have to learn how to allow yourself to feel good about your accomplishments. Don't feel bad because other people didn't accomplish like you did. You have to feel good about your accomplishments. You worked hard to get there. They have to work hard to get to theirs. It's not that you have no sympathy for anyone else, but it's that, guess what? I worked my butt off to get where I am. And it's okay that I feel good about the accomplishments that I made. Then you have to remember that you deserve this greatness that you are experiencing. So embrace it. Go out and buy yourself a new purse, a new pair of shoes, or a new belt, or some sneakers, or whatever guys buy. My husband buys suits and shoes, and so he's a shopper, so and he loves to dress. So whatever it is, that one thing that you really want to buy for yourself to celebrate what you have done and accomplished, do that. If celebrating means you take yourself out to dinner, if celebrating means you get your dream car, if celebrating means you bought a dress, or if celebrating even means that, I lost 20 pounds and I'm going to put this dress on and really flaunt what I lost. Embrace it. You deserve this greatness that you're experiencing. Then you have to also remember it's okay to be happy, guys. It's okay to be happy and smile because good things have come your way. Give yourself a pat on the back for all the hard work that you've done. That's okay. It's okay to smile and grin and say, hey, this happened. I did this, it doesn't mean that you being all cocky or that you're being conceited. It just means you're proud of yourself for the things that you've accomplished. And there is nothing wrong with that. Then you have to be content with the journey that you've taken. You have to learn that everything that has happened in your life from the time you started this journey to now, from your past to now, has been for your making. Everything that has gone on has been because it has brought you to this appointed place at this appointed time where you are feeling the success of your labor. You are really seeing the fruits of your labor. Be content with that. That's why I tell people all the time, when I say I'm not ashamed, I mean strictly not ashamed of my past. You can ask me anything and I will answer it honestly, because I'm not ashamed. Because everything that I went through in the past, from the time I was a little bitty kid to now, has made me who I am and built me to where I'm going and built me to where I'm trying to get. So I'm not ashamed. So I have learned to embrace and be content with the journey that I've taken. I don't sit up and dwell and say, well, why did this happen with me and why did this not happen to this person? It's because it happened to me. And it happened to me because I needed to be made. And so everything that has gone on in my life has been for my making. I am who I am today because of the journey that I've taken. So I am content with that journey. And then last but not least, you have to stay ready, because this isn't the end. Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. That's what my son tell me. Mommy, are you ready? You got to stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. But you have to stay ready, because this isn't the end of your journey. This is not the end of your success. This is not the end of what you have going for yourself. So you have to stay ready for what is to come. That's where that embracing new things and embracing new experiences comes in, because you are ready for it. You have done the work and you are ready for what comes next. So let's go ahead and recap this whole entire series that we did, that actually I had a lot of fun doing. So between your prophecy and your process, between your prophecy and your promise, there is always a process. So the prophecy is what you know is coming. If you go to church or a holiness church, you might have somebody prophesy on you and say you are built for great things. It doesn't just come from church. I am a church girl. I believe in God. I love the Lord. Okay. But it doesn't just come from there. Your grandmother, your family members, they tell you that you're going to be somebody and you're going to be somebody great. And you know this in your heart because they said it to you. And you know that it's coming, which is your promise. Your promise is, the prophecy is, you're going to be somebody great. You're going to do great things. You're going to be successful. The promise is the success and the things that you are going to be, the greatness that is going to be in your life. But between them saying that you're going to be great and you becoming great, there is a process in between it. So you have to that's your journey. That's your life's journey. So between them saying you're going to be somebody and you actually becoming somebody, there is a process to that mark. So then the first thing we talked about was not being ashamed of your past, not forgetting where you came from, but don't be ashamed of it, because it's made you who you are now. It is part of your journey. It was some steps that you had to take to get to where you are, and that was where your past came from. Don't let people keep reminding you of who you used to be. You remind them of who you are now. Then we talked about the beauty in being broken, finding the beauty in the brokenness. When you have a broken heart, a broken spirit, when you have broken relationships, and there are just breaks all over your life, you have to find the beauty in that, because if you were not broken, then you could not have healed to this stronger person. You broke me, but I took that piece that you took out of me and smoothed it out and made it beautiful and put it back together in a puzzle piece, in a picture that I wanted. That's a beautiful thing. I built my life around the brokenness that I had experienced all through my life. The child molestation. I am a survivor of that. I am a survivor of an abusive relationship, physically, emotionally, and mentally abusive. I am a survivor of depression. I am a survivor of all of these things, this negativeness and this toxicness that was in my life. But I took all of those broken pieces and then made them into a picture that I wanted to see. When I became someone that I did not recognize anymore, I fought hard to become somebody I like to see in the mirror. So you take your brokenness and you find that beauty in it and say, oh, that's a beautiful piece of myself that I can make better. There you go. Then we took out the trash. We got rid of toxic people, toxic actions, sabotaging yourself because everything is going well and you feel like something's going to go wrong, so you just mess it all up. And that toxic thinking, I can't do this. That's toxic thinking. That's trash thinking. You can do it. You can do whatever you set your mind to. Who told you that you could not be somebody? Who tricked you into thinking that you cannot do what you know you want to do with your life? You learn to embrace new things and new experiences. You learn that sometimes you got to downsize in your life so that you can build it back up to the greater thing. And then we also learned that when we took the trash out, then we made a safe place for the great things and the good things to happen within us. Then we learned how to embrace the process, knowing that it's not going to be easy. Trouble will come, but it won't stay. Knowing that it's okay to work hard and fight for what we want. Knowing that we have to hold on even if it seems impossible. Knowing that in that hard work that we're doing, we're building our strength and our emotional muscle. Our skin is getting a little thicker and we're able to take more on this journey because everybody's not going to want you to succeed. So you got to learn how to shake them off and bow them and get them out the way. Remembering that there is a light at the end of the tunnel and it is not a train. Then we learn now, finally, to stand tall. We accept our success. Accept that we are meant for great things and it's okay that we are successful. We allow ourselves to feel good about the things that we've accomplished because we work for them. We understand now that we deserve, or you deserve, greatness. It's okay to embrace it. You deserve that greatness. It's okay to be happy and smile. If somebody got a problem with you smiling and being happy, first of all, they don't know your story. They don't know your journey. So if they got a problem with someone actually having a good attitude, then they're the problem and not you. And you have to understand that. I explained that to someone one time because they didn't understand. How you smiling all the time? You can't nobody possibly be that nice and that joyful. And they had an issue with me. And I said, you know what? If this person has an issue with the fact that I'm a good person and that I smile and that I'm a happy person, I'm not the problem. They are. Then being content with your journey that you've taken and being okay with the fact that you've hit some bumps along the way, but you smoothed them out. And then staying ready for the great things that come, that are to come to you. There are great things that are going to come for you. And so you have to be ready for that. Stay ready. It's okay. Because this isn't the end of your road. It's not the end of your journey. It's not the end of your success. Now I'm going to leave you with this little tidbit here. When you are successful and when you are doing the things that you love and you are becoming a success in your life, everyone is not going to be in your corner. They may say they are, but they're not. And everybody's not going to be with you. Sometimes some people are going to have some little things to say and they're going to be there specifically to try to plant little negative seeds because of the fact that they have a problem with you being a success. What you have to remember is that's their problem, not yours. Don't hide your success. Don't hide your blessings. Don't hide who you are. And don't hide your happiness because someone else may have a problem with it. I learned this at a late stage in life. I was married to a person that did not believe in doing anything, basically. I couldn't decorate the house. I couldn't go on vacation. We couldn't do this. We couldn't do that. Just a bunch of foolishness. And when I did have the opportunity for us to go on vacation, I couldn't tell anybody because nobody could know. And I kept asking the question, why do I have to hide my happiness because somebody might have a problem with it? And then later on in life, I ended up having some acquaintances, and things were going really well for me at that point. And I was remarried to my husband now and with his lovely self. And I was remarried, and things were just going really well. And I had a couple little trinkets that I loved that was given to me by my children and by my husband. And just, Christmas was beautiful. And my husband said to me, don't take that to work with you because people going to get jealous. And I said, you know what? That's their problem. Why do I have to hide my things and the things that I'm happy with because they may have a problem with it? I'm the kind of person that if you have good things happening to you, you get a new car, you get a husband, you get a wife, I'm happy. I'm in that corner. I'm yelling and screaming and rejoicing with you. And so if this is if you're having all this good stuff happen to you and those people can't rejoice with you, that they have a problem with it, the problem is not you, baby. The problem is them. So be okay with your success. I said all that to say this. Your good things, your great things, your success is yours. You worked hard for that. Nobody knows your journey like you do. Nobody knows your story like you do. Nobody knows what all you fought for like you do. Don't hide it because somebody may have a problem with it. Embrace it and love yourself for it. And give yourself a pat on the back and smile every day because you worked hard. And you worked hard to get where you are. And it's okay to be happy with yourself. Now I'm going to let that sink in. So thank you guys for tuning in to our podcast here at Stella's Roost and sitting down and having this conversation with us. I have enjoyed this series. We got quite a few new things coming up for you, so stay tuned. We're going to have some special guests. We're even going to have some food series where we're talking about food and cooking and prepping and all of that kind of stuff. And I am just excited, and I'm just glad to have this platform. If you guys would like to contact me or just ask some questions or anything, I'm all over social media. We're on Facebook. Pull up Stella Ruth on Facebook or Love Mom on Facebook. You can find me there. I have 2 YouTube channels. One is Stella Ruth and one is Stella Ruth's Table. One is the cooking channel and one is the podcast channel. I am also on Instagram and I am on Twitter, both under Stella Ruth. So you can find me there. And if you want to send an email, you can send one to lovemom2930@gmail.com, or you can send one to stellarooststable@gmail.com. All of these are available to you. Now, before I go, I'm going to do a shameless plug. I do have my own signature seasoning line, and you can find that on stellaruth.net. Go ahead and click and pull that up. Take a look at it. You're going to love what you see. Browse around and order some stuff if you like. So thank you so very much. I love you guys. I'm so happy to have this platform. I'm so excited about the things we have to come. And you have been such a blessing to me. Remember always to live life, laugh often, and eat some good food while you're doing it. God bless you. You guys have a great rest of your day. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night.